With Hammond Robotics, you've seen the latest advances in military personnel hardware. But the future in Titan tech is closer than you think.
Yo, welcome back everybody. Wyatt Hurts here with episode number 3 in my Titanfall beta series, where we're getting some of the early action showcased up here on the channel in anticipation of the game's March 11th release. And one more time, we are returning to Fracture. It won't be the last time you see this map in the next couple weeks. It'll be a pretty steady flow of this, an Angel City, you know. And one more time, it's Attrition. A lot of my time spent in the beta was spent in the team deathmatch, on the team deathmatch side of things. I do have some hardpoint footage. I may get it up here if it's worthy of getting up here on the channel. But anyway, I did promise you guys last episode I would get some smart pistol footage up here, and here it comes. You know, this was a pretty solid round. You can see I'm back up here at the heart of the map. I've gained the high ground, but it's not all that effective with the smart pistol. I can get the locks from up there, but I figured I'd venture with my cloak activated into the shadows, into the depths of this old, I don't know what you'd call it, this old broken sewer system / water main system. I don't really know what it is intended to be. Now it's a graveyard. And my corpse is it's among the fallen souls, you know. So I played that a little bit wrong. Rather than carrying the frag grenades, I have the arc grenades in here, which was the second of 2 grenade options we had available to us in the beta. The arc grenades, well, you'll see the effect. I probably should have tossed one down there once I realized I was getting targeted, getting shot at in the back. And it has a blinding effect on both Titans and pilots, you know, and minions for that matter. I would imagine it affects their vision mode. So I probably should have dropped that when I started taking some fire, but well, you live and you learn, and hindsight is 20/20, isn't it? Yes, it is. But you can see right here, you can see just how effective a tool this weapon is for destroying the minions in the game, the grunts and the specters. Now, it does take a little bit of work. You saw it right there. I was targeting a pilot. It does take a little bit longer to fully target a pilot, so you can get the kill shot on him. And if you're noticed, if you've been spotted, that can be a real trouble in a couple of seconds. You know, you can really be tested. But of course, you have to realize that when that goes down, when you're being targeted, or when a guy is aware that you're trying to smart target his ass, you have to just go manual. You know, you just gotta get on that trigger hard and just try to pelt him full of lead, one bullet at a time. You know. And here we go. I am Titan active, and I'm crushing and splattering and just decimating the AI as I make my run down this road. And I'll come around this corner. I think I do a little bit of battle with a Titan. Yeah, some distant battle. I was trying to get real sneaky here, though. You can see I kind of give up on this assault, and I try and circle around, try and cover this little pass that runs through these, this little rocky area here. Yeah, I get down on a knee. You know, so I was trying to get sneaky, just probably getting a little too smart for my own good, and I come back around this corner and look at the forces that have amassed here, and you got to prioritize the big man in your sights, and that is of course the Titan, the mech in the distance, and I put it down. The pilot, however, did escape to safety. And now, right here, I don't think I've ever really talked about the electric smoke. You have 2 options, or we had 2 options for that particular ability slot in the beta. One was the electric smoke, and what the electric smoke will do, it will damage Titans. It will damage pilots. It will kill them outright if they stay in that cloud for too long. Well, pilots especially. It will certainly do some damage to the Titans. Now, that right there was the second ability available to us in that electric smoke slot. It's that vortex shield that you saw my enemy bring up in front of him. And what that basically does is it will stop all incoming fire. It will hold it there in the shield, and then when you release it, it will fire it wherever you're looking, you know. So you basically give your enemy a taste of his own medicine, right, with that vortex shield. And guys that can use it well can really swing a battle in their favor, you know. The electric smoke, I liked it, you know. Once I unlocked it, I found it was really useful. And in fact, you're given this tip, you're given this hint at some point in the game, but it's really useful for getting a guy off your back when you're in the Titan. Pilots can mount. You will see me actually mount an enemy Titan here shortly. I don't think I've actually gotten any of that footage up here on the channel yet. with me actually on the back of a Titan. Yeah, here it comes. I'm not up here for too long, unfortunately, because the guy right here at this moment, he realizes that I was on there, and you can see the hatch open, the cockpit open, and he was out of there like a flash, getting ready to gun me down. He didn't want me doing any damage at all to his precious, yes, to his precious. But unfortunately, it really didn't work out for me, you know. I hopped off in anticipation of having to do battle with him, and then tried getting back on. However, my teammate mounted him. You know, my teammate mounted him, and unfortunately, I was stuck there in the pilot's crosshairs. So. But the electric smoke is fantastic. It's a fantastic tool for getting pilots off your back. It'll just kill them outright if they don't get out of it, you know. So when a guy mounts you, when he rodeos your ass, you know, when you're in your mech, when you're in your Titan, and you have that electric smoke available, you know, all you do is you release the cloud, you take a knee with your Titan, and wait for him to die. You know, wait for him to die. Wait for that corpse to come falling off your machine. And that's just kind of a standard strategy for the electric smoke. Anyway, there's the effect of my arc grenade. You know, you saw it. That was my own arc grenade as well. I think I held it far too long and blinded myself. And right there, that was beautiful. I loved that. Real quick turn. And listen closely. I don't know if y'all are going to hear it, but there's one grunt left down on the ground, and he's screaming, "My team's been wiped out," you know. I love it. I love it. So I knew he was down there, and I just kind of, I went and hunted him down at that point. Now, I should mention that this pistol that I'm wielding right now actually has the enhanced detection upgrade. I had been using it often enough that I had unlocked the challenge that made this available to me. So enhanced detection, what is it doing? Well, it's giving me a greater lock range. You know, I can lock guys a little bit faster. I'll acquire my targets a little bit faster than I would normally, and I can target them, smart target them at longer ranges, at further distances. The downside to having that enhanced targeting, and to kind of balance it out a little bit, is that your active smart targeting area, you know, the area out in front of your character that will actually initiate a target, you know, begin to initiate a smart target lock, it shrinks down a little bit. You know, the radius of it gets a little bit smaller. So that's just to kind of balance it out, but having the enhanced detection on there is still better than not having it on there, you know. What else am I carrying? Now, you're also given 2 slots for your characters, and for your Titans for that matter, for perks. With my character here, I'm running the Power Cell, which gives me, you know, it allows my tactical ability, my cloak in this case, to recharge a little bit faster. And the second one that I have in there is Minion Detection. And look at that, isn't that beautiful? I love, it's beautiful, it's great, there's something satisfying about wielding the smart pistol when you're in a guy's blind spot. You can just watch that lock come in just perfectly. So there we are, victorious, 250 to 215. Started to walk away with it there, coming down the final stretch. The last thing, the minion detection, I should touch upon that. Basically what that does is it keeps the minions, all enemy minions on my minimap at all times. And they are represented by the small, tiny little dots, whereas the pilots are the bigger, fatter little, you know, red dots that are out there moving around. So a pretty good round, you know. I thought we showcased the smart pistol in a good light here, and you really did get to see just how effective it is against the minions in the game. You decimate them, you know, and you have to wield. I think you have to wield this. Now this is. Oh, you can also right there. You noticed I was targeting my own arc grenade. You will do that. You have to be careful if you're going to toss a grenade, a live frag grenade out there, and you're wielding that smart pistol. Be careful not to shoot it. And well, there's even that warning. I think pops up at some point in like a loading screen. It says make sure you don't blow your ass up doing that with the smart pistol. You know, so. But what was I going to say? I think, well, we'll take a look at the numbers here in a second, but what I was going to say about the smart pistol is, I think when you're wielding it, you know, it all depends how comfortable you are with it, how confident you are going into battle against other pilots with the smart pistol in hand, and how skilled you are at using it effectively in those scenarios. But I think what you want to do is really, you want to play that infiltrator role, you know. You want to get in, for the pilots, you want to get in behind them, stay on their flank, stay in their blind spot, use your cloak to your advantage, carry your arc grenades, so that if you are face to face with an enemy pilot, you can blind him and give you the advantage, perhaps long enough to get that lock initiated. You have to be quick on the trigger. You have to be decisive about going from your kind of trying to go for the smart target, you know, to going manual when you've been busted, you know. The other thing you need to do and really play your infiltrator role against the minions. Look at that, the 30 minion kills coming in for me there. I had another match, another round that I was considering considering releasing in this slot. I may still get it out here, where I think I had 47 minion kills, with the smart pistol. So it can do some, I think it was 43 or 47. I can't remember what the exact number was. I know it was in the 40s. I know it was a big score, and that's massive points. I mean, that's 43 points going towards 250. That's certainly playing your role, carrying your weight, So yeah, when you're wielding that smart pistol, you have to go after the minions. You have to try and just rip them to shreds. It will help your team out, and for the guys that that are on the receiving end of that, you have to watch out for the smart pistol users who are just looking to rip a hole in your AI lines. So you gotta keep that in check, and that's what I'm really starting to love about this game. The more I look at it in the videos as I put the comms on, the more I play it, I'm really starting to see the variety in strategy. I touched upon that at the end of last episode. I think there's going to be a lot of different strategies that will come into play when things get competitive. And a lot of it centers around how do you deal with the AI and how do you protect them, because they're not really threats out there. It's more a matter of protecting them and really going after them for big points. But anyway, guys, I need to wrap it. Again, rambling on a little bit long here, but I got lots to say. I'm really digging this game. The numbers: 12 pilot kills, 1 big Titan kill, 1 Titan takedown, 30 minions, and 4 deaths. Real solid rounds. Anyway, guys, thanks for stopping by, tuning in, and checking out this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll show your support and thumb it up. And until next time, all, remember why it hurts. Later.